I ended up getting an ASG license of a Franchi SAS 12, and it's an airsoft gun. It's fluorescent orange because I don't have an airsoft license because I don't really play airsoft or anything. It's metal and plastic construction. It's actually quite nice. The shell port's in the bottom, and it works that you load an airsoft shell with 30 airsoft or so little BBs, and then every time you cock the shotgun it extracts some from the shell, so the shell essentially works like a magazine. Then once the shell's empty you remove it and you can refill it or pop a new shell in. So you might be able to see on the bandolier I've got a few shells on there, so I can fill them up, load them in, and I can demonstrate it. You can take the stock off, or you can have the stock on and you can adjust the length of the stock, which is quite nice. So let's load it up and I'll demonstrate it. There's also a hole in the bottom if you wanted to keep a shell in there for storage purposes if you didn't have a bandolier on it. Here's fully loaded shells. They've got this quite nice weathering wax effect on them, so they look quite nice. Interestingly, it's meant to be a 30 round BB shell capacity, and I find you can only get about 25 in there without the shell being too strained. So if you load more in there it doesn't actually feed properly. So to load the shell in, there's a button somewhere down here if I can find it. Here, that flips open. Load the shell into the chamber and close that, and it's ready to fire. So with this you've got a trigger safety here that locks the trigger. When it's in it can't be pressed, and you simply pump it to feed it. The stock's quite nice because when it's locked in place you can get it to a distance where it's actually focused with your eyes, so that's nice. So let's use it. It's got a decently tight spread on this and it'll go out as the pellets move. So if I cock it and we'll start shooting some pairs. Just take a look. Hopefully see from that it actually has the force to go into a pair. I think it's just over 300 FPS on this one. Now you might be able to see the chunk of coconut hanging from the tree as a bird feeder. It's been pretty much empty now, but it's a good target to shoot at, so let's see if we can hit it. Hopefully it will be visible on camera. And it's empty. Yeah, holds a fairly tight spread. Quite a nice little gun. But yeah, that's the Franchi SAS 12 made by ASG. Quite a nice little shotgun. Quite nice pump action on there. Feeds relatively well. Haven't really had any problems with it. Only got it last week, but it's quite a nice little thing to mess around with. And if I ever got an ARA license I'd probably just paint it all black, but the fluorescent orange doesn't look too bad on this one because it's quite a nice metal construction on the gun. So yeah, overall quite a nice little shotgun.